Okay, so the first topic that I want to talk about, as you can see, is products. So everybody in here will have different topics that they want to talk about. They might be in different businesses. We're going to have people in here who do reselling to people who have products that they sell for e-commerce, such as like digital products on like selling books, etc. So there's a lot of different things of business. I see a lot of people when they're talking about business discussing one type of business, and it's not how it works. There's so many different topics to talk about, so many different businesses, and some things may be applicable to some than others. So if you're somebody who's talking about good material and great quality on a product, when I'm listening to that, I'm not somebody who sells a product, I'm somebody who sells a service. So it doesn't apply for me. And it's the same with everything in business, okay? You want to make sure that the information, just as life, that you're receiving is the correct information. If you're listening to somebody and they're talking about business, you might get a dopamine rush and be like, yes, this is great, he's talking about business, I love business, I'm going to write down everything he says. It's not like that, because not everything applies to you. For example, Alex Hormozi. I don't know if you know Alex Hormozi. If you're into business, write his name down. He's great. He's one of my favorite entrepreneurs to ever exist. You're all in the Skool channel. He is the co-founder of Skool. And the reason why we have the Dataset channel on Skool is because I am such a big advocate to Alex Hormozi. I believe that the information that he provides is very good. I believe that he's a great entrepreneur and that he always invests in his businesses and he's interested in his customers and he's always trying to provide the best service as he possibly can. But the reason why I'm talking about Alex Hormozi is because some of the things that he talks about is great for people who are getting into business and starting a business, but some of the things are more advanced. And that's where I'm getting into. If I was to listen to Alex Hormozi, for example, I'm going to listen to some of the things and not everything that he says, because some of them don't apply to me. Some of them might apply to a startup person who's just gotten into business. I'm not just getting into business. I've been into business for almost half a decade now. It doesn't apply for me. It could also apply for somebody who has a portfolio of over 100 million. I'm not listening to that information because I don't have 100 million yet. So some of the things that I mention, you're going to take down notes on, but not everything, because not all information applies to you. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is products. Almost with everything in business, a great way to make money. I don't know if you've seen my TikToks where I provide value as well, and in the channel, you want to solve a problem, okay? Elon Musk says that you get paid in proportion for the amount of difficulties of the problems that you solve. If you solve a problem, you will get paid in proportion for the difficulty of that problem. For example, I'm going to relate this back to the channel. Something that I like to do is I like to link in different things that you will understand, okay? You're in this channel. What do I provide for you to pay me monthly for you to help your life? I help you get from point A to point B. And this is a problem. Point A is a problem. Your current situation, your current predicament where you are now is the problem. It's my goal to get you from point A to point B. If you're somebody, I don't know if you're in here for trading, I don't know if you're in here for business, self-improvement, the network within the channel. I don't know, I don't care. I'm helping you get from point A to point B. For example, you are getting into business, okay? You have no idea about business, you don't understand the ins and outs of business. I'm getting you from having no idea what business is to helping you understand what business is, from you getting from point A to point B. Your product is going to help people. Okay, I've done drop shipping, I've made products, and most of the products that I've ever drop shipped when I was doing drop shipping were all solving problems. People with back pain, okay, people suffering with their breathing. You can see it now, the people getting the things on their nose because they're suffering with breathing. And that is a multi-million, probably billion-dollar product. Why? Because it solves a problem. So you want to make sure that you're solving a problem if you have a product that you're looking to drop ship, such as e-commerce and everything like that. Another thing is your branding, okay? A lot of people use this big word called branding, okay? I'm gonna write it down so you can fucking see it. Branding. I don't care if the writing's not good. Branding. What is it? Everybody talks about it. Your brand is how people perceive you, okay? You might see it with watches, with clothing, shoes, You think, how are people going to perceive me if I have this product? Okay, how do people feel when I wear this product? A Rolex, for example. When I bought this Rolex, I was thinking, okay, one, I like the watch. Two, I like the look of the watch. And three, I like how I'm perceived when I wear the watch. Because people know that it's not about the time that you're reading, it's about how people perceive your time whilst you're wearing it. It's the brand. You want to make sure that people feel good when they wear your product. If you're selling a piece of clothing, for example, or how you perceive when people are using, looking it up, are wearing your product, anything, any relation with your product. I'm going to be so honest. I don't tell people what like they want to hear. I tell them what they need to hear. And everybody goes through this. I'd be driving my car up to the gym, okay? And I know this is crazy, but this is just branding. This is how it appears. I don't know if you've seen the whole situation with Jaguar recently, with their situation, the car company Jaguar, but they were doing advertisements and they had like the LGBTQ with a lot of the transgender people and everything like that, and just wearing mad clothes. And look, I'm not homophobic, but that has nothing to do with cars. And that's absolutely fucked that company. If you look at Jaguar now, they are in the bin. And that was a really nice company. I loved Jaguars. When I seen a Jaguar, I was like, yeah, that's a really nice car. Now when I'm driving to the gym and I see a Jaguar, it's the branding of the car. I think, oh, Jesus Christ, they've ruined that car. They've ruined that company. I used to actually want to buy a Jaguar, but now I don't. Now I'm never going to buy a Jaguar. And that's your branding. That's how people perceive you. Okay? It's the same with personal branding. It's how people perceive you. When you're posting on social media, it's your personal brand. That's how people feel when they see you. It's the same with your company. It's the exact same with your brand. So now that's your branding. Now we have marketing. Your marketing is probably one of the most important aspects of your entire business. Okay? This applies for products and services. It's both. You want to make sure that your marketing is very, very good and you're focusing on that, because that's how you're going to get your customers. You're going to get your customers through your marketing. And that's something that you really need to focus on, because if you don't have any marketing, if you don't have good marketing, you're going to suffer. I always say that you can have the best hot dog stands in New York, but if people don't know where you are, then they're not going to buy from you. If you're marketing your business, if you show people where you are, how to find you, how to essentially give you their money, well, then you're going to make money, right? You need to market yourself, one, your product, two, or your service, three. Anything in business is marketing. You need to market yourself. Otherwise, you're leaving money on the table. For example, linking it back to the channel again, you would have never found this channel if you didn't come across one, myself, or two, Jono. Or some people may have found it because if the product is so good, people will follow you because they come across it and they hear good things through referrals. Some of you may be in the channel due to referrals and everything like that. But your marketing is extremely important, right? For anybody who has a business, you need to be publishing every single day. Every single day, honestly. Or if not every single day, at least 3 or 4 times a week. I post on TikTok about 3 times a day. A day. Some people will come up to me. I've had many calls. I've had a lot of calls with the people on this call right now, and a lot of people in the channel, and they're looking to get into business. And I'll be like, okay, perfect, great idea. How long have you been in business for? Oh yeah, I'm just starting up. Okay, what are you selling? This is what I'm selling. It's this product. Perfect. How often are you posting it and publishing it? Oh, like once a week. Okay, so 4 times a month. Yeah. And then I'll just look at them and just like, yeah. Do you not hear this is the alarm bells. This is what should be ringing. It should be like, okay, right. Then I'm telling Nathan I'm making 4 posts promoting my business a month. He makes 4 posts a day. 3 to 4 posts a day. Okay? Your marketing is extremely important. So that's your product, right? You're solving a problem. You're getting people from point A to point B, and you're marketing, and you're making sure that your perceived brand is exceptional. Okay? You want people to feel good when they wear your brand. It's the same with clothing, linking it back. You see some clothes and it's like, okay, this person's wearing a Monterey tracksuit. This person's wearing a Monterey jacket. Probability of that person being a yup bro and going to sessions and Belters Only fucking concerts every month is very high. And then you see somebody else wearing Laura Piano and some lovely shoes and a nice trench coat, you'd think, okay, right, that person's probably professional. They probably make some money and they probably know something that I don't. That's your branding, okay? You want to make sure your branding is very good. Now, going into your service, it's the exact same. Honestly, it's the exact same. You want to make sure that, one, your service is good. Two, the quality of your service is good. Three, you're always over delivering, right? I always say that whatever you do, you under promise and you over deliver. Always. Okay? Let's say you have a service and you're helping fitness coaches, and you're saying to the fitness coach, I can get you 10 clients in the first month. You could probably get, all right, let's say you could get 15. You're going to tell them that you're going to get them 7 or 5. They're going to think, 5 extra clients. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. When you get them 15, watch their face. You've just made a long-term customer, right? You want to under promise and you want to over deliver. Always. Your service is so important. Every single post I make in this channel, I make sure that it's at the highest quality that I possibly can. You see a lot of different school communities and they're all just text. That's all it is. It's a little text. I make fucking presentations. I make it labeled. I number them. I put them in highlights. I underline them and I make sure that you understand that this point I'm making is fucking important. Okay, Nathan made this presentation, yeah, but this word that he underlined that's in bold. You know, okay, right. He means he's conveying something here. This is important. You want to make sure that you're providing as much value as you can. 1, you're under promising and you're over delivering. 2, and you do not neglect your customers. Okay? I don't care if you're half asleep. If I'm half asleep and I'm about to go to bed and one of my customers or clients message me in one of my other businesses, I'm waking up. I'm going down, say, I don't care if it's unhealthy. Call me unhealthy. Call me a workaholic. I don't care. I don't care. This is how you make money. Okay? So you want to make sure that you're under promising and you're over delivering. Always. I always message people back in the channel. There's over 200 of you. I got a lot of fucking messages. I got a lot of messages. And people online as well, across social media, message me. I'm very fucking busy. But I'll always try to get back to you and provide as much value as I possibly can. And that's a good thing. And that helps you out because you understand the importance of business, 1. And 2, you're helping your customers out. You're helping your clients out. When I'm messaging you, I don't really see when you message me as business at all. Like, I don't look at you at business at all. Honestly, I don't. I just see me trying to help a person who's investing in themselves. I'd happily help you. That's why I do the discounts with the one-on-one calls and everything like that. I could be a person who keeps the whole charge and just try and make as much money as I possibly can. It's not about that. There's a big name here on the screen. Everyone else is in small. Harrison. I've had a call with Harrison, for example, and I've told him, it's not about that. It's just about providing as much value as you can. And if you have a service, that's what you should be prioritizing. Your service is extremely important. Always, always, always under promise. Yeah? And over deliver. Always. No matter who you are. No matter what you sell. If you're a mechanic, you're saying, this could take about 3 days. You know you could do it in a day and a half. Okay? You message that person, I actually have your car ready. Fuck, they said that was 3 days. Now it's 1.5. See, he's so good. He obviously prioritized me and found me really important. You're under promising and you're over delivering. Okay? So that's service. Now we have business psychology. A lot of you suffer with business psychology. A lot of you. A lot of people, not even just you directly, a lot of people across social media. So, your business psychology, a lot of you suffer with that. You need to be consistent as fuck. Okay, as I was saying before, a lot of people make 4 posts a day, or 4 posts a month. I make 4 posts a day. I'm consistent as fuck. That's made me a lot of fucking money. Just from my consistency. Showing up. Never failing. The probability, and this is me being honest, okay? And it may not be all of you. There could be, there's a lot of actually hidden millionaires that a lot of you actually don't know about in the channel. But there's a lot of people, okay, who are inconsistent. A lot of people who are inconsistent. You're saying you're working, but you're not really working. You're not really working. You're so underproductive, it's insane. Okay, you need to be I work every fucking day. I work every single day, 12 hours plus every single day, 7 days a week. Okay, that's what makes me money. Now you don't have to do that, but if you want to be extremely successful and be at the top 1% in the future, that's something that you might want to look into. Okay, so you're being consistent, one. Your motivation isn't going to get you fucking anywhere. You need to build extreme discipline, two. And the third thing is failure. Okay, a lot of people don't do what they want to do because they're afraid of failing, when it shouldn't be like that. I've failed more times than most people have actually tried. But if you're failing, it's fine. And I was having a discussion with a multi-millionaire, okay? He's an Irish multi-millionaire. I was saying it before in the channel, and I was talking about some of the things that I've learned from my conversation with him. That goes into networking, but we can go into that at a later time or another call. But what we were saying was, I said it's okay to fail, but fail quick. And he said, Nathan, you're spot on. But it's not only just about failing quick, it's about failing forward. Okay, if you're failing fast and you're failing forward. If I try something and it goes fucking tits up, I was like, fuck, that didn't go well at all. I move on, I pick myself up, but I'm falling, but I move myself forward and I go again. Or I try something else, I take a different approach. Don't be afraid to fail. Try something new. Increase your fucking prices. Tell your clientele something different. Mix things up if you have to. This is what business is. I forget what it was. Stephen Bartlett was talking about something on his podcast. And he was talking about all of the different failures that Amazon had. It was a great fucking point. It was a great point. He said, have you ever heard of like Fireblock or this thing and this thing? He was like, no, exactly. Because they were things that Amazon tried, but they completely failed and went tits up. But have you heard of AWS? And I was like, yes, I have. Which makes them billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars every single year. And that was one attempt, one experiment that they tried out that worked out. But the other ones that he named, I've never even heard of because they failed. But they didn't just stop there with their failure. They failed quick and they failed forward. So don't be afraid to fail, one. Be more consistent, two. And if you think that your motivation is going to get you anywhere, it's not, okay? You need to say, fuck your motivation, and you just need to do it. You just need to do what needs to be done. And if you haven't found that business that is working for you, what I would say is, go through the channel, go through the online business section, have a look at every single topic in the online business section, and whichever one appeals most pleasant to you, it suits your characteristics, it suits your skills, it suits your time, pick that one and go head first with it. Doesn't work, what do? It fails, you fail forward. It fails, you fail quickly, and you keep going. Okay? You're consistent, you're not relying on motivation, and you're failing, but you're failing fast and you're failing forward. So that was the services, that was the products, and that was the business psychology. That was everything that I wanted to touch up on because there's something that I get a lot of questions on. A lot of people ask me about those three topics, and they were huge ones. So if anybody has any more questions, I'm going to go into questions now. Just the first person who puts their mic on and asks a question, go ahead. And then I'll try to get to absolutely everybody. So yeah, if you have a question, unmute your mic and ask away.
So I'm an apprentice electrician.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work with a company doing solar panels, but I left due to issues with pay. So I'm not doing solar work at the moment, but I did find it very interesting. And I want to start my own business when I am qualified, but I'm thinking about going to Australia for maybe 2 or 3 years to get experience with solar.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be qualified in about a year and a half. So I'd say 4 to 5 of starting this. With that market growing so rapidly, how do I make myself stand out?
Okay. That's a great question. I'm going to use this topic. Okay. So, your question was competition. And the issue is competition. A lot of people make competition their issue. Okay, and they're like, fuck this industry, I don't know about it. Like, there's a lot of competition that's very saturated and everything. Think of the business. Think of the channel that you're in now. Think of data sets. There's a lot of different channels to provide information on fitness, on business, on trading, on natural health. And if myself and John had just sat there and was like, we're competing with a lot of people here, we would have never made the channel. Okay, you can't let competition stop you. But the best way to get over competition, which is a great question. So you have your competition. The best way is to, one, identify what they do. Okay? You need to identify what they're doing. You look at every single thing. How often they're posting, the types of topics that they're posting, what works, what doesn't work. Okay? You're looking at their Facebook ad library to see how many times they're publishing ads, if their ads are work, or if they don't even have ads. Okay? One, you're identifying what they do. Two, which goes back to exactly what I was saying, is you identify what they don't do. All right? If you notice that they're only posting twice a week, 3 times a week, there you go. That's the way you can one up them. If you notice that they're posting once a day, you post twice a day. In fact, you post 4 times a fucking day. Okay? Notice what they don't do. If they don't do advertisements, you do advertisements. If they don't post on TikTok, but they only post on Instagram, you post on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and LinkedIn and every single fucking, all those gay porn websites or whatever. You're posting there. You're posting absolutely everywhere. Wherever they're not, you are. Okay? You're getting in front of everybody's face. Everybody's face. Right? I've noticed this so many times with social media marketing agencies, with e-commerce businesses. A lot of them neglect a lot of social media platforms that you know. You see an opportunity, you're posting them there. You're straight on that. Okay? That predicament that you've seen with TikTok in America, with loads of people adding that new Chinese app, DeepSeek, is that? No, that's the AI. That other platform, I don't know what it was, but some Chinese TikTok version. You're downloading that. You're the first person in that industry to post on that. You're recognizing what they do and what they don't do. And two, this is a point that I've seen from an entrepreneur. Is a video, but I'm going to go in more depth in it, which goes exactly with what you were saying. Let's say you are a company, okay? You have your solar company, yes? You want to create your solar company, but you see that there's a lot of competition, okay? This are the companies, okay? These are the buildings that the company's on, okay? So there's the little windows and everything like that, whatever. You want to create your own one. This is you, okay? You're looking at those companies and you're like, whoa, there's a lot of competition here. There's a lot of buildings. There's a lot of solar companies out there. So what do? You can either one, look up, or two, you can become so big to where you shrink them. Okay? You have the sun coming out here and you have all of these people looking over here. They can't even see these buildings because you're so fucking big, you shrink the competition. You're so big, you shrink them. The people who want solar, they can't even see those other buildings because your building is so fucking big. Okay? And how do you get that big? By over delivering, under promising. Okay? It's the same principle that I was saying. The quality of your service is so good. You're marketing everywhere. Point A to point B. You're solving the problem. You make them more money. You save them money. Okay? This is all sales. And it all goes together. It all goes together. You're selling a product, you're selling a service, you're selling fucking solar panels. You're going from point A, as I said before, to point B. You're wasting a lot of money. Why? Because your gas bill is absolutely egregious. It's insane. It's insidious. You need solar panels. Okay? Why do I need solar panels? Because if you get solar panels, that means that when it's sunny, your solar panels actually absorb all the fucking energy that the sun makes. And then during the winter, instead of your gas bill going up because you're using it more often, what the solar panels do is they use a reserve of all the energy that are made from the sun during the summer and uses that throughout the winter. You are the fucking solution. The problem, the solution. You provide so much value that you shrink the competition. You are a little P, right? You are an apprentice. You have absolutely fucking nothing. You are nothing, right? You're looking at all of these big solar panel companies and you're like, shit, there's a lot of competition. It's grown rapidly. There's so many and everything like that. You're this little fuck. Fuck that shit. You get so fucking big, you find out what they do and what they don't do, and you become more consistent. And you go through all of the steps that I went through over an extended period of time, and you're flying, right? You should never let competition stop you, because you'll never make money like that. Honestly, there's so many companies and so many ideas that people just don't go and follow up with simply because there's competition. And you're letting your competition win. You're letting your competition have less competition because you won't participate. It's as simple as that. So yeah, follow those steps and shrink all of the competition that you were talking about. Even though it's an extremely quick industry, I've seen it myself with solar. I've had a lot of calls with people with solar and everything like that. It's a big topic. Become so big, it's the same with every single business. Become so big that you shrink your competition. Does that answer your question?
Thanks for that.
Absolutely, no worries, Jamie. Who else has a question? You can just unmute your mic and ask away. As I was saying before, you have to look like a fool first in order to become a master later. Every single person in this call should have a question. Every single one of you. And I can see who don't have a question. I can see who doesn't. So ask a fucking question. Let me see. Harrison, how's your business going?
Yeah, what's going on, bro? It's going good. It's going good. I'm still in the sort of planning phase. I'm still trying to just get a bit of traction into it now. Yeah, so I'm looking into like starting something like a school community or something like that myself. I was just wondering, bro, what's stopping you? Like, I know you do school yourself. But have you ever looked into cheaper alternatives like working hours or anything like that?
Cheaper alternatives like what, bro? Sorry, you broke up there.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, like, have you ever looked into sort of cheaper alternatives to school? Like, Movie Networks, and there's a few other ones out there that I'm kind of seeing there.
Okay. No, because of what I was saying before with service. And I pay school, like, I don't know, it's €100 a month or something like that, €1,200 a year. Originally, we were with Telegram at the start. For the OGs who are in the school community, we had the Telegram channel. And the Telegram channel was going well, but I wasn't happy. We could have kept it with Telegram completely. Everything was fine. But the reason why I went from Telegram, which is free, to more an expensive platform was because of service. With Telegram, it wasn't structured well. Sometimes we're talking about trading, and then another time we're talking about business, and then another time we're talking about trading again. And then another time we are talking about natural health. And for the people who are only interested in business, they are scrolling through natural health and they're scrolling through trading information. So we invested into school so we can help our customers enjoy the service more. And it was it. We could have kept a cheaper alternative, but we decided, okay, right, this little expense is more important and it's going to take the business a lot further, because one, it helps our clientele, it helps our customers out more, it helps them enjoy the channel too, and everything is structured. This is easier. It's changed the channel forever, that move. For the people who were in the Telegram and then moved to the school with us, it's a completely new channel since then. The move from Telegram to school was a huge step forward. Absolutely. Oh geez, no, yeah, absolutely. So it's not about going for cheaper, it's about going for better. And it's the same with sales calls. If I was on a sales call when people are talking about, yeah, but your competitor over here is cheaper, when you talk to them and say like, yeah, this may be cheaper, but are you going for cheaper or are you looking for better results? And it's the same. And it's like that word cheap, cheapest, cheaper, cheap, it has a sting to it. It's tangy, it's not nice, it's acidic. We don't like that word. And it applies for business as well. So we only went for a more expensive, better experience for the community, which I recommend for you to, if you wanted to do that and you wanted to look for a cheaper alternative. What I would say for growing your community, I would get the clientele first if you didn't want to risk the capital of €100 a month, and just get the people in first. Ask people would they be interested, get them in a list, get their emails, have everything set up. And then once you're in a position to where you, one, take less risk, or two, you break even, or three, even make profit, then you can take that leap and go into school. But I wouldn't look for the cheapest alternative. I'll just look for the better alternative, and school is literally perfect. If that answers your question, man.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. See where like, I know where you charge, put your permit, just do the time payment to get access to the community for life.
You can, I believe. So with school, it does monthly and annual payments. So you can do a monthly payment, an annual payment, a monthly and annual payment, or I think a one time. So yeah, I think so. I'm not 100% certain on the one time payment, but I believe you can. Yeah. I have a question, but my mic won't work, so I'll type. So I'm gonna buy my own coffee truck very soon. Where should I go for this, and how do I get going and going well? Okay, so the actual platform that you get the truck, I'm not entirely sure. You can check adverts, or you can check Dundale or something like that. And for how to get started, identify exactly what you need to do, build yourself a plan. Okay, I need to, one, have the capital to buy the truck. Once I get the truck, where do I locate the truck? Is where I get the location, do I need to get a permit? If I need to get a permit, how do I get in contact with the place? What's their number? And how much is it going to cost me? You need to look at everything. You need to look at an entire plan of everything to do it. Every single expense, every cent that's going out of your account, you need to look at and identify. You just need to build a complete plan. That's the best way, and just get it up and going. And the same thing, you're just marketing yourself. Okay, your product is the best. The experience that you have is the best. Your problem, the coffee that you're getting is not as great. You're having overly roasted and toasted beans from different baristas all over. I've studied this market for such a long time. I've went to Colombia, for fuck's sake, or I've gotten people to go to, even if you haven't, I've gotten people who I know to go over to Colombia to test out the best beans, Brazil, all of South America. This is the best. We've found the perfect formula, the best possible formula. You are no longer going to have overly milky or overly toasted and burnt coffee beans. You're the problem, and you're the solution to people's problems. You're going from point A to point B. You're solving the tiredness. It's the exact same with sales. So that's how you get up and going. You just fucking go. If things fail, you move on. You try a location, that didn't work, wasn't the best, not too many people. You tried opening on this day, wasn't the best, too quiet, you lost a lot of money. You fail forward, and you fail fast. I'm going half on it with my brother, and yes, it's gonna be second hand. I've worked out what it's average gonna cost to get started up. I also want it where I have someone hired on a Monday to Friday. Yeah, exactly. But why not Saturday, Sunday? So you're going to get people, you're going to hire another person to work Saturday and Sunday. Because a lot of people, a lot of couples, a lot of people with kids go out to the parks. Are you going to have it where it's located beside a park? So when they go out to bring their kids to the playground at the park, they also have a place to get coffee while they're walking around watching their kids. Where are you going to situate it? How much competition is there? What are they doing? What are they not doing? How can I shrink the size of the competition and make me bigger? It's the exact same thing. So yeah, just follow those steps. And if you want to have a call with me, you can schedule one so I can go into further detail, because that is a big business. Saturday, Sunday, I will probably work it myself at the place, like a beach or somewhere on sunny days. Yeah, exactly. That's fine. Do you think having a physical business that sells products and repair services is limiting? I've been learning a lot about online business while I work on my main business, and I like the idea of making money online. I've been growing the business a lot better than I could have expected, but feel like I'll eventually peak. What's your thoughts on this? The answer is no. Sheer volume is how you're going to fix that predicament. So you need to make sure that you're in ways, if you have a physical product or a repair service, that you are always repairing. You always find the problem, and you're the solution. Again, you need to hire people, because if you're repairing and it's yourself, eventually down the line you may need to invest and hire more people in different locations. So let's say you're situated in let's say Crumlin, for example, just a place in Dublin. Let's say you're located in Dublin and you're located in Crumlin. You go through every single person who needs your service repaired somehow, which is most likely impossible, because people always need things repaired, such as their cars, their wheels, their phones, their fucking washing machines, everything. You're always going to have clientele. But hire more people and invest, and just marketing, branding. How exactly you go from people having a point A to point B, your phone is cracked or your fucking wheels are popped. You fix that, you fix their phone, it makes it feel brand new. It's like opening a new case when you first strip off that Apple case when you first buy it, or having those fresh wheels and everything, because your wheels are the only thing in the car that touches the floor. You're the solution to everybody's problems. So no, I don't believe it's a limiting market at all, but your time is limited, which may be an issue in the future, but you can also resolve that with hiring. So yeah, not at all. All right, any more questions? I'm gonna leave it at 9 o'clock. If people have any questions to do with business in the future, if you're looking to start a business, if you're looking to grow a business, if you have any questions related to business, if you don't even know you're interested in it yet, you can always book a call with me. I'd love to help out. I love talking about business. I love helping you lot. So feel free to book on. But yeah, if anyone has any more questions, you can type it into the chat, or you can unmute your mic if you can't. All right, I think that's all the questions. All right, I'm gonna record this. So if anybody else has some notes that you didn't hear, or you can't unmute your mic and ask any questions, you can also link back and look at it as well. Or even on a later date, if you've forgotten some of the things that I mentioned that you didn't take notes down on, you can look at it back. Thanks everybody for hopping on the call. I hope you found it valuable. I hope you can implement it. Remember that not taking action is an action upon itself. So you should be taking action on all of the information that is relevant to you to implement it to your business. Every single one. All of you should have evolved your business knowledge. All of you should have the ability to expand your business or actually get started on it. If you're somebody who doesn't have a business, start it now. Start it this week. Start it tomorrow. If it didn't go well, fail. Fail forward, fail quickly. And yeah, just keep going. And again, thanks everybody for hopping on the call. And yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to message me or book a call. So what you just seen there was me having a business call with the channel. If you're interested in joining the channel and accessing these types of calls, we have a call once every month, and then we have some other calls talking about different topics throughout the channel. We also talk about trading, natural health, fitness, AI, and a wide range of different services and information that you can learn and access within the channel. It's €20 a month. And if you're interested, you can also use the network that we have within the channel. Expand your network, because remember that your network is your net worth. So it's always important to make sure that you're evolving it and speaking and talking to new people who are going to help you improve your life. And having calls like this is one of those things that help you, one, expand your business, or two, expand your knowledge, or three, expand yourself as a person and become a better person. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to like and subscribe. And if you're looking to join the channel, it's in my link that you can access in the description. And yeah, peace.